Welcome to the Reach Your Keys podcast. I am your host, Joel Lopez. If you are enjoying the content, please like, subscribe, squish, smash, pulverize, whatever appropriate button on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. Today, we are doing another episode of the highly acclaimed Read Your Tweets edition. I got my friend Abe. What's up, Abe? What's up, primo?
How's it going? ¿Qué pasa?
¿Qué pasa? And I got my friend Take Heart Monica. What's up, Yins?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Abe and I are cousins.
No, they're not.
First cousins.
Nope.
And Monica is our Yins. I was thinking about that. Is Yins might have been like, hey, what's up, cousin? And then just been like, instead of cousin, it went to yin.
No, it's
Ewins, maybe?
Yeah, it's like a mix of things. It's like our version of y'all.
Yeah, but I was thinking
I've heard Ewins before, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, I like Yins. Yins is like nice and compact, but Ewins is like, okay, you're just making stuff up now.
I should know this, but
we don't need you to know it. We just want to say it because there's no other reason that I would say it. I don't know if you ever had a reason to say it.
Yeah, use ones.
Use ones?
How yins guys doing? Actually, it's how yins guys doing.
Yeah, because I thought it would be like cousins. Like, hey, what's up, cousin? Yin?
No.
I don't know.
No.
I guess in Spanish
we don't lie about who our cousins are.
You primos.
And like,
well, the thing is, Abe and I come from a culture where we have lots of cousins. So I never had to have a play cousin, but it's fun to play on Twitter that we're cousins.
Yeah.
I have cousins.
Primo hermanos, es tu primo, all primos all over the place.
Yeah, you would go places and be like, hey, this is your cousin. Like, oh, this is my cousin. Like, you give him a hug and a kiss, and you go play. All right, it's my cousin. So we're the same age, so we're gonna go play. And then now at a funeral, hey, do you remember your cousin? No, I don't, but okay.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
But it is possible that Abe, you and I could be cousins. So it is possible.
Why don't you do a DNA
our people
test?
get around. What can you say?
I don't want the government to have my DNA.
They already do.
Yeah.
You think so?
Through your garbage. Yeah.
Someone was talking about 23andMe and how like you just basically gave them your DNA and then they could frame you for stuff later. It's like, we have your DNA now.
Yeah.
At least if they went through my garbage, they'd have to work for it instead of me just freely giving it. Right.
Yeah.
I guess so.
That's the point of being an American. You're not going to just take it. You're going to have to work for it.
I actually did one, the 23andMe, and I got it back. It just said, yep, you're Mexican. That's all it said.
Mine said I'm a basic white girl. Paid $150 for that.
You paid for it too.
It came back as just a blank white paper. It's like, okay, that's what that means.
It's here's your Starbucks card for some pumpkin spice lattes.
Yep, exactly. Yeah. I don't even drink Starbucks. Couldn't even use it.
Is there a special place in your heart for pumpkin spice though?
No.
No? Because
coffee.
Because I'll tell you what, there's a special place in my heart for beans. I love some beans, man. It's just like
beans.
Beans, delicious.
Like Mexican?
Yes, yes. They call us beaners. Yes.
You know what? That's not even that's of all the like racial epithets or whatever else. That's not even a good one because like I love beans. Big deal.
I love it.
It's like it's like somebody calls me a beaner. I'm like, gracias.
Thank you. Yeah. Do you have some?
Yeah. To me, it's like at the end of Jerry Maguire. You had me at beaner.
You had me. I'm a fan of the word epithet. How did you say it?
Epithet.
Epithet. Because I think Dave Chappelle said it like that.
Yeah.
Epithet.
Epithet.
Well, epithet.
I think it's with a TH. I don't know. But either way, it makes it sound smart.
Epithet. It does make
English language.
It does make you sound very smart.
Yeah.
Epithet is a bad thing though, right? Racial epithet, because it's never just epithet by itself. It's always racial epithet.
Yeah, that's all I've ever heard it for them. And I think I've heard it, but just I think by itself, I think it's supposed. I'm not sure. I think
it's never been like, thing. Man, he said an epithet to me. It was always a racial epithet.
Yeah. I'll have to look it up and see.
But I love like if somebody invited me over for dinner and they had some hot sauce and some beans, I'm like, oh fam, good looking out. Like you thought about me. Like, all right, cool. Like this is good. I would not be offended. Just for the record. What are you looking up?
Epithet. Now you got me like mispronouncing it. It says an adjective or descriptive phrase expressing a quality characteristic of a person or thing mentioned. So
it's a fancy word for stereotype.
Hypothetically, it could be okay, but most of the time it says an epithet as a term of abuse. But then, it basically says old men are often unfairly awarded the epithet dirty. So I think for the most part, it's, the connotation is it's a negative thing. So
yeah, it's just a fancy word of saying stereotype.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did they make you pay $150 though, Monica? I thought that stuff was free. I thought the point was that you give over your information so they can blackmail you later on. So you're going to get blackmailed and you paid $150 and you already knew what the answer
That's called a double whammy. You paid for it and you're going to get be in jail for something.
The dumbest part is my grandfather already did it. So like I already knew half of it.
Yeah. And here's the thing. He already did it. And then you know the chain between you and your grandfather. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that you tweeted that and you got blown up for that. Why do you get blown up for the most silliest things?
Honestly, probably because I'm just like, they just think I'm some like dumb blonde girl. They just like love to attack me as if, everything in the world is my fault. They take their anger out on me.
If you listen to the media, it kind of is.
True.
So.
True. Yeah. I get lots of angry people no matter what I say.
You'd be like, I love Jesus. You idiot. He's never been alive.
No, they're like, oh, you believe in the sky daddy?
Sky daddy.
Like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You believe the government's your daddy?
The best is when people, denigrate somebody of religion, and yet they don't believe in that religion at all, but they want to beat you over the head with it. It's like, well, then what is it to you? If you, if it's absolutely nothing to you, why even try to beat somebody over the head with it? It's like, just let them live their lives. I'll let you live your life. If you don't believe there's anything out there, good for you.
I really think that people like that, they do believe. Well, the Bible says everyone believes in God, even the demons. But I think that they are just mad at God. So they will do anything to prove that he's not real, but they can't.
Can't do it.
It's a trigger.
Nobody's upset about the tooth fairy and people believing in the tooth fairy.
Yeah.
But you're so mad about me and my Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I love the Lord. Oh Lord, I love him. I mean, what do you like? What is it to you? But oh well.
I think a lot of it is people just don't like to see someone happy? Or content with. Yeah, and I think I sent something out a little while back that said misery doesn't just love company; it insists on it, and that's exactly right. It's like no. I'm miserable in my life, but I need you to be miserable as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just and unfortunately, it's kind of social media really kind of breeds that kind of resentment among people. But then you also do find some pretty good people too. So you have to like wade through all these miserable folks to finally find people that are actually happy with their life. But when miserable people see those happy people, that's just not a mixture that's going to go very well in one direction.
That's interesting because I think I had a tweet that was kind of like that misery loves company and joy is okay on its own. Like,
that's perfect.
I don't need you to believe how I believe, I'm good. Like I'd like you to believe what I believe, but I'm not going to insist on you to believe on it for the kingdom.
But misery, when you turn around and walk away and say, hey, I'm good with it. He's like, no, hold on. I need you to come back over here and be miserable with me. I'm good, but I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Go pass that flyer out somewhere else, Yeah. Because that's what it reminds me of is people that pass those flyers out and it's like, here, you be miserable. Here, you be miserable. It's like, I'm good.
Monica, when you're in Pittsburgh and you have a group of people, you'd be like, hey, what's up? Because you would say, hey, all y'all. You would say, hey, all yins. Or because it's
Or
yins.
just the yins?
Yins is just plural, right? You can be like, would you be like a group of people like, hey, what's up, yins? Or
No.
it'd be just like, hey, you saw me. It was like, what's up, yins?
No, it's plural. You'd be like, how yin's doing? That's what you say.
But so
You wouldn't say it to one person.
Oh no,
It's like you guys, y'all.
because I was thinking like somebody tries to pass me their angry flyer, and I'm like, hey, you can go back over there with that yins.
They're what now?
Their flyer, their angry flyer.
They're
Because I love
angry flyer.
because I love Jesus and they're angry and they're passing me their flyers because they want me to be miserable. And so I'll be like, hey, all yins.
What's an angry flyer?
They're angry flyer, like they're angry. We don't love Jesus. We're mad at you because you don't have those people. You don't have people
Monica,
like
like on the street, sometimes they'll be passing flyers out for like an apartment or for like some product or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I always say that miserable people are like that, but they're passing out a flyer, but they're passing out a misery flyer.
Yeah.
It's like, here, you take this. Like, no, I'm good. You don't, and it really is, realistically, it's exactly like that, because you don't have to take it, but unfortunately a lot of people do. Like, oh, thanks, let me carry this misery around with me for the rest of the day. Like,
makes
nice.
sense.
It's nice and comforting.
Yep.
Let's go on to some other topics here. Childhood entertainment. Let's go with the first tweet of the day. Share screen. Boom. Can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some childhood pleasures have no explanation. We got a kid who is like stacked like 16 of those stackable chairs, and he's sitting on top of it like a king. That
was at school when you had pool day. It's like, oh, instead of going to the gym or whatever else, you'd have like an excursion out at the pool, and they had those stackable chairs. You'd always have that one kid that would stack them up high. He's like, he was the king of the pool. And I was like, that's the best, Or if you're out out in the sun, out at the beach, and they have all those chairs, it's the same thing. Just one of those things. Just who knows why it's such a pleasurable thing. You just chilling out, 8 feet above everybody else and just taking in the sun.
He's created it. He's created his own throne.
Yeah.
What other kinds of childhood pleasures?
Well, hold on. I want to know. So you guys used to go go for the pool like elementary school? They would take you guys?
I grew up like every, like, I don't know, maybe once a semester or something. We'd go to the pool instead of just hanging out at the gym or whatever else. I'm a horrible swimmer, by the way.
Of course.
So I never like really enjoyed being there, but I always remember the kid that would stack these things and be like, yeah, this is, and then the PE teacher, tell him get off of there and get back in the pool or whatever else. But yeah, there was always that one kid that was like, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. And he was always the cool kid. It was always the cool kid that thought of these things.
Yeah. Why didn't I think about it? Why didn't I think of that? Of course you're a terrible swimmer. I'm a terrible swimmer too.
Yeah. Well, I always say that I all I had to do was get over one river and then I'm here. Why would I want to swim? Yeah. Once you have no use for that skill anymore, I got over the Rio Grande. I'm here. Yeah.
It's like passing the test. Once you pass the test, I don't need to know that information.
I don't need to know, the houses of Congress and everything. Nah, that's all useless information now.
Monica, can you swim?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a very good swimmer?
I can swim good enough. I haven't swam that much as an adult, but I could not drown.
I am not a good swimmer. We went somewhere, my wife and I went somewhere. We were in Mexico, and there's this place called Xcaret, and you have like these canals that you swim through, and they give you like these flippers to swim with. And my wife is just like cruising along, no big deal, and I'm struggling, man. I'm like paddling hard and everything, and it's just like, oh man, it was fun, but I was very aware that I'm not a good swimmer.
Yeah, my wife, I forget, she was like really little. They let her like in the deep end or whatever else. She's such a good swimmer, and she even says she remembers one of the lifeguards trying to say, "Oh, you're too little to be." It's like, no, I got to pass me, and I was like, I have none of that. I swear I have like iron in my bones or something. And I just like sink immediately. You're supposed to be naturally buoyant. right? You're supposed to be able to float. I swear, I just after a little bit, I just start sinking to the bottom. Like, nope, I'm just not built for water.
Did you take swim lessons, Monica?
I don't know. I don't remember.
As a father who did not swim, like, and did not take swim lessons, and was like, I wasn't like thrown into the deep end to learn how to swim, but never had like, I'm proud that my kids had swim lessons. That was like, that's part of the, hey, we done made it. Like, yeah. You made it.
Yeah.
Do you ever see babies taking swim lessons? Like, that's the best. That's what I'm gonna do to my kids. Throw them in the pool.
And they just flip over on their back. There was what is it called? It's called Rescue Babies or something like that. Something to that effect. But yeah, that's pretty cool to see them be able to handle themselves in the water that way. What are some of your other memories or experiences?
Like childhood stuff.
Yeah,
I was saying that with the big wheel and stuff earlier. About you got that big wheel, and then you figured out that, oh wait, if I like hit the brakes, I can skid.
Mm-hmm.
You're like basically early drifting before drifting was a thing. And then you'd be like going down, somebody's driveway and drifting across the river.
Hauling ass, right?
Yeah. That's what I remember.
Monica?
Just like what was the meme?
Just like
the post. How did it read? Childhood.
Childhood pleasures that just can't be explained.
Some childhood pleasures have no explanation.
My favorite thing was to dump Elmer's glue all over my hands and peel it off.
Man, that was the best. And it'd be like, oh, something's wrong with me, and you let it dry, like just peel it off. Is awesome.
You're like I'm a snake. I'm peeling. Ah!
Yeah.
I remember we do that, and then you have like a needle or a bobby pin or something like that, and you're like, oh look, I'm injecting myself under my skin. Look at this, I'm peeling it off. We're idiots, but it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did any of you eat glue?
No, I think I tried it once because I saw some kid. I mean, this kid he wasn't just having he was like drinking it almost. I'm like, it's gotta taste, but it's like, no, it doesn't really taste like anything. It tastes kind of gross. I don't know what's going on with it.
It's like he's eating a lot. He might be onto something. So just let me make sure.
No, he was just a weird kid, I think.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you never want to follow the weird kid down his weird kid paths. It's just it's not going to end good for you.
You dabbled in it just to make sure. Like,
it's like, well, he might be onto something. He might have discovered, plutonium or something. And I want to, make sure I'm not going to miss out. He might have discovered Bitcoin before Bitcoin was a thing. And then it's like, nope, just glue. That's it.
Well, because it goes back to the cool kid who was the one that thought of the stacking chairs, right? And you're like, well, okay, that's cool. I didn't have the opportunity because he took all the chairs, so I can't stack them now. But there's glue right here. So I can see.
The weird kid might actually be like a cool kid in disguise or something. So I'm just just try a little. It's like, nah. Turns out he's just a weirdo.
He's weird.
Yeah.
You know what was cool? We just took a road trip, and a long road trip, and so I taught my kids that when truck drivers pass by to start doing the honk the horn thing, and a lot of the truck drivers didn't do it, but we got one truck driver to honk the horn, and we were like champions in the car. We were like, mama was happy, all the kids were happy, everybody was happy. We got the truck driver to honk the horn. So that
small thing, man.
It's a small thing. So I remember I enjoyed that as a kid. And so to be able to do that with my kids and experience that with them, like that's like double, because I'm driving, but I'm still doing it too. We're all in the car. We're all like honk the horn. And then when you finally get them to do it, it's just like it was like a little mini frat house, but they're all my kids.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we had a station wagon with the seats that face backwards.
Yes,
it was the best. We would like make up like hand motions and try to get everybody behind us to do it. It's good times.
Hand motions like how? This I like.
Just
I like
like gang signs and stuff.
No way. What's up, Jens? Brace yourself, Jens. No,
who knew there were so many Bloods in rural Pennsylvania?
How did you know about like gang signs? Was there gangs there? I don't know like what the layout of Pittsburgh
I'm just
was.
kidding. We just threw up signs.
Stuff, yeah.
Threw up, maybe made
But
hand motions.
the backward facing station wagon is clutch.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how safe that is, but I really liked it.
We
I
just
think
had it.
that they need to bring it back.
Yeah,
I
that'd
mean,
been
what's the
cool.
difference?
That
Like
was
if you're facing forward in the front seat, in the back seat, you know.
we had the Mexican version of that. It was a little pickup truck with a camper on it, and there were three kids. So we make from southern Colorado all the way to Mexico a couple of times when we were kids,
Jeez.
and we transition at whatever gas. Whenever we'd get gas, somebody would be able to get in the cab, so it'd be nice and cool in there. Nice, you can sleep or whatever. The other two kids would be in the bed with a camper, and we just have to entertain ourselves. We throw like coins on the road and see how far they go. And
Was there cars on the road?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just wanted to see how far they'd bounce, whatever else. We didn't want to get in trouble. And then we just every once in a while we'd fight back there and just do whatever we needed to do. But it is what it is. But that was the Mexican version of having a station wagon, was the little pickup truck with a camper on it.
Did it open up like a latch? Is that how it opened up? The back door, Monica. You're on the wagon. Did that open up like a latch? Yeah. Like, did you pull it open and it was like one big door?
It was just like a regular station wagon door, like a trunk door.
So you just popped the top part popped open.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because we would go to Mexico. The cabs had the station wagon where those were the cabs. So like that was the spot to get is in the back, because you could face in the back. So that I remember that's what I remember about those. But there was like the big door that opened up like I don't know,
like a big hinge.
Yeah, like a big hinge. Thanks, Dave. And so those are really cool, man. I like the. I actually kind of wish
those road trips, man. Those are long ass road trips.
Yeah, because you going from from Colorado to Mexico,
South Colorado, all the way down
16-hour drive.
Mexico. Yeah. Oh, it was forever. And what's funny is you get to El Paso, and you think, oh, okay, well we're almost there. We're going to like Chihuahua. It's like rural Chihuahua, but even Chihuahua City from Juarez. And Chihuahua is like the biggest state in Mexico, because Mexico is a bunch of states too. Huh. It's another like 3 or 4 hours, I think, from Juarez to there. It's like, oh, I thought we were already in Mexico. We're almost there. It's like, nope, we're still 4 or 5 hours away from where we're going. Yeah. So it was a haul, man. It was a haul.
Yeah, there's definitely opportunities to fight, to sleep.
Oh yeah,
to entertain yourself.
By the time you got there, you just hated your brother and sister. It's like, I don't want to see you guys again. You got your primos you've never seen in your life. These are my new best friends. I don't care.
I hate you. Guys. Get out of here.
And I had one of those Tiger LCD toys, like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one.
Yeah.
And they'd never like seen anything like that. They barely got like electricity. This was like in the early 90s. And the little town my mom grew up in is like tiny. It had like 25, 30 people, I think maybe. It was like,
Jeez.
It was tiny. It was basically just her family and another family. And so the kids there, they'd never seen like toys, like electronic toys. They thought it was like magic. Yeah. So I was like, I was their new best friend. It was awesome.
Yeah. It's like, this is like my cool family from the States.
Yeah. You guys, my brother and sister, you guys can go away now.
Yeah. Did you guys do long road trips, Monica?
No, we didn't go anywhere.
Just to the Steelers games?
We literally didn't. No, not even there.
No.
My dad was like a workaholic, and we literally and my mom, she didn't have a car till I was older, so like we literally didn't go anywhere. We would walk to the library. That was our long trip.
That was it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Were you allowed to pick any book you wanted from the library, or it was pretty strict list of
nonfiction only?
No. I mean, I was really only interested in like stupid books anyway, like Sweet Valley Girl and
A Wrinkle in Time,
Goosebumps.
I never read a Goosebumps book, I think.
You're missing out.
Yeah, I didn't either, but I know my wife read like every one of them. So
R.L. Stein. I remember that was the hit. Remember you would get those Scholastic once a month or once a quarter for the book fair, or
you could order it or whatever else.
Yeah.
Those
were a hit. All right. Let's see. Intrusiveness of tech. What do you guys think about that? Like, we kind of come from, I think we're kind of, all of us we were born before, there was technology, obviously, but not like it is now. So we kind of have our feet in both worlds. Like, what do you guys think about tech? Just because, like, I was thinking about it, I was like, man, there might come a time now where like spoons have Wi-Fi now. It's like everything is connected to the freaking internet. It's like I'm counting your steps. I'm counting,
There's
like,
there's a when I was going through college, with computer science or whatever else, and it's still kind of around. You don't see it mentioned as much, but it was called Everything is Alive, and it's basically everything's connected. Every part of a house, or every part of everything on the road and buildings, everything's alive. So like the walls alive. So basically you can customize everything, and that's kind of the way we're going. I don't think it's necessarily called that anymore, but it's true. It's like you see things that have Wi-Fi connectivity for like just because. And I was like, I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not.
mm-hmm.
So you have like you're trying to have a conversation and you hear Siri chime in and say, "Oh, can I help you with that?"
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I know I should care, but I just don't, because I'm like, I don't know what they would get me for. Like, not committing any crimes or anything. All they're doing is advertising to me. That's about the extent of it. But I do think that it's very intrusive and
Yeah,
a
well,
little
what was it a
scary.
while back? I think it was Roomba. They had to change around how they did their privacy, not setting, but their privacy agreement or whatever, because it was, obviously vacuuming up, around people's houses, but it also maps the room,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it
Yeah.
figures out where the couches are, and then it basically would advertise, "Oh, are you looking for a couch, in these dimensions or whatever else?" Because it knew that information. And I was like, well, that's a little too intrusive. I don't want my vacuum cleaner selling me on something.
It's
It's
kind
just
of
like, I just want you to
convenient,
vacuum
though.
up. What's that?
It's kind of convenient.
Yeah, it's convenient, but it's like I didn't really ask for that sort of
Yeah.
thing. I actually had a weird thing happen. I don't really drink that much, but when we went to Colorado recently, went and saw my sister. We went to dinner, and I had a couple of beers like I don't usually have or whatever else. And my wife's like, "Well, I'll go ahead and drive." I was like, "All right, that's fine. Go ahead and drive." And I was like, I mentioned something about I don't think I'm drunk or anything, but I feel a little buzzed. And her phone, I mean, for whatever reason, it kept coming up, but it came up and said something like, "I'm sorry, I can't be your designated driver. Do you want me to call you a taxi?" I'm like, because I said the word drunk. Like, what in the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was listening up on us. It's like, oh, he's in the car, he's driving, and he mentioned the word drunk. Let me call him a taxi. I'm like, that might be a little too big brotherish.
But going off topic, is it manly to not drive when you've had a drink?
I'm not sure how.
Are you asking if it's manly to not drink and drive?
You're supposed to drink and drive, I thought.
No,
Yeah.
it's manly to murder people.
Yeah. I don't. Well, yeah. I don't. I don't want to have a
Manslaughter.
DUI. Yeah.
That's why they call it
It's
manslaughter.
you're
'cause it's
supposed to
manly.
handle your beers,
Yeah.
Abe, and drive like a real man.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. A DUI is a mark of honor among men.
Have to
Yeah.
lose your license and ride your bike around.
Yeah.
That's alpha.
Son got popped for a Dewey.
Yeah.
Riding your bike around.
We had a teacher in high school that all of a sudden started riding his bike, and we thought he was just trying to get healthy. Turns out, nope. He had a little too much to drink one night.
Wait a minute. What grade? What grade? What grade?
It was in high school.
Oh, high school.
So it was like,
That's
I think
acceptable.
it was 11th or 12th grade, and all of a sudden, I forget what. I think he was a social studies teacher or something.
Of course.
And we're like, oh, he must, because he was a little heavier, and he was thinking, oh, he's gonna finally getting his health in order. And then somebody finally said, nah, he went to I don't know, some city, some place, whatever else. I guess he got a DUI, and his license went away for about 6 months.
That's all teachers. They're alcoholics.
Yeah. What else they got to do?
What else are you gonna do?
Well, they have the whole
papers?
summer off. They just get wasted.
That's what it's for. Is I thought
Mm-hmm.
get caught up on it. I mean, you're grading papers. Like I would. That sounds pretty boring. Grading papers. I would probably drink. I don't drink, but if I had to grade papers, I think I would drink. I actually wanted to be a teacher, but I think I'm better off not being around kids.
Not going to ask you to further explain.
Just my kids.
Because technology is listening to us.
Yeah.
I just figured I would just say something like completely normal and then get in trouble for it.
Yeah. I don't know though. If kids like you, you can say anything.
No, but but now you get recorded.
Not if they like you.
I guess
I
that's
bet
true.
I think a lot of classrooms and stuff. But the thing is, now a lot of teachers are. I know you see some of the idiocy. You see some of the teachers saying that they do, even though they're not supposed to. But if you're leaning one way or the other politically, you kind of get away with it. I'm like, I don't know. How
Like
about that?
there was a football coach in Washington who got fired for praying with his players. It was like,
Yeah.
I'd get fired.
That's so stupid.
You can talk about whatever you want, but pray with your kids.
Yeah. Don't pray with the kids.
You get fired.
Pretty much like there was like 4 different teachers of mine that had relationships with students. But yeah, you can't pray. And none of them got fired. It's
No
so
way.
stupid. Yeah.
There's a term called passing the trash. Basically means teachers would get transferred to another part of the school district or whatever else. And it's just like,
Passing
this
trash.
is, yeah, passing the trash. It's like, so do we really care about kids, or do we just care about, I don't know. It's kind of unfortunate. But like you said, but you pray, or you tell your kids to do the Pledge of Allegiance. Can't have that.
Yeah. I see what you were saying, Monica. I didn't even think of that. That's
So stupid.
4 of them. What the hell's going on at that school?
The one hopefully they don't see this, but not that they will, but the one girl, literally the day they graduated, they announced their relationship. He was like 45 and she went to the one college, like a ton of people I went to a huge high school and a ton of people would go to this particular college.
Mm-hmm.
And he would go hang out with them on the weekends, like go to their parties. He's like this 45-year-old man that just taught all those students. And they dated for 15 years and they finally just got married.
No way.
Like insane. So
he's 60 now.
Yeah. And then the one guy he was like the assistant principal and
the principal?
Yeah. And no one ever did anything. Like the men's basketball coach had a relationship with one of the female basketball players. Yeah, it was like an epidemic at my school.
And this was just during like those years that you were at school?
Oh, I'm sure it still happens.
No, but I'm saying just that during that time period. There was.
Yeah, 4. This was like my classmates, and my school was only 2 grades. So.
What do you mean it's only 2 grades?
Like it was so big that our building only could fit 2 grades. So it was like literally just my classmates that they were, and I'm sure there was more. It's ridiculous. There's a couple of them that are married to students now.
You didn't have four grades, freshmen, sophomores. It was just your class, and that was it.
Yeah, they had a 7th and 8th grade building, 9th and 10th, and then 11th and 12th.
Oh, they just had to separate because it was just so big. So
yeah,
that's weird.
Keep
though.
Building new schools. Yeah, it was weird.
I thought you were in the sticks, though.
What?
I thought you were in the sticks. Yeah.
Oh.
No, you were in the city.
Why'd you think that?
I don't know.
How big was your graduating class?
When I graduated, it was like 800, and now it's like way past 1,000.
Wow.
Your class?
Yeah.
That's pretty big. Yeah.
Class. Yeah.
That's pretty big. You knew. So yeah, you had a lot of like the cool kids, but a lot of nerds and a lot of like, hey, I didn't know you came here.
Oh, people are like, yeah, we went to high school together. I'm like, I've never seen you in my life. Like unless we went to elementary school together, I like don't know who they were unless
that's definitely a lot different from like small towns. In small towns, you know absolutely everybody. There's just like you can't hide or whatever else. Like I can't imagine having a graduating class that big. It's like you'd only know a real small fraction of it, and basically just your clique, and that's it. Everyone else is just facing the crowd.
Yeah.
Did you see the remake of 21 Jump Street, the movie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the cool kids are like now like the nerds, and like the nerdy kids are now like the popular kids, like being like eco-friendly and everything like that. So like Magic Mike, that guy, he goes back and he tries to be cool. He tries to be cool,
and
but
he ends up being like one of the nerdy kind of kids.
Yeah.
And then what's his name?
Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, yeah.
Super bad.
That's how it was. I went to a Christian college and someone said one day, they're like, this is the only place where the football players get bullied. Like they
No,
like everyone else just overpowered and they were like the weirdos because there were so many like
at the college.
strange, yeah, like just weird. Nothing against homeschoolers. The ones that went to my college were so weird.
This is a different time. This is a different time though too.
Yeah.
Was it still normal at your school where like the cool kids were actually cool?
Like at high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty, I don't know. Like it's weird because we had such a big school, but there really wasn't any like bullying or anything like that. Like everyone just pretty much got along.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very eclectic, I think because it was so big, you would have classes with so many different kinds of people, you couldn't really form cliques, you know? So it was like we had a little bit of everything. Goth kids, hicks, gangsters, wannabe gangsters, everything.
Yeah. Wannabe gangsters.
Yeah.
Did
Lots
you have
of
gangsters?
drugs. We had a ton of people that did heroin. We were like,
No way.
yeah, they would call us Heroin Valley. Yeah, it was bad.
That's crazy. Like, yeah. I didn't go to parties and stuff, so I didn't really know who was doing drugs or not. But like weed was kind of, that was pretty much the extent of it. I don't know anybody doing anything more. They were kind of rich kids too, so I don't know if they had money for more. But to me, like, I really have money to buy the go to Blockbuster, so I don't definitely have no money for drugs. So I'm
You can find it if you want it.
yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it wasn't my jam though. Let's see.
Oh, here we go. I can't hear you, Joel. I can see you. I can't hear you. There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we're good.
All right. Sorry about that. I got cut off for some reason. I was sharing. Did you guys? I'm sharing the thing here.
Yeah.
Before we go.
We were making fun of you while you were gone, by the way.
I'm sure you were. I would
expect the roast of Joel Lopez.
Yeah.
I'd expect nothing less.
It was epic.
Let's see. Monica can't roast a marshmallow, so I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay.
Me, open stubborn jar, kid, dad, how'd you get so strong? Me, and then the old school door handle to roll up. There was something satisfying about just like rolling that up really fast. Like if it started to rain or something, you're like, oh shoot, it's about to rain and I don't want to get wet. So you like hurry up and crank on that thing.
You know, the worst part is when because there's like a little clip or something that held it together. When one of those things fell off and the whole handle came off, like, oh no, what do I do? That was the absolute worst, man. You guys ever have a vehicle that had the little triangle windows, and you had to it was your air conditioning, and you would have
you gotta pop it out.
You had to pop out so the air would come in a little bit.
Huh?
Yeah, because basically you had a fan on the inside, but you didn't really have air conditioning, so you had to get air ventilation however you could get it.
I had a car that had those windows, and one summer the window broke, so I had to duct tape it, and then my air conditioning broke. So all summer I had to drive around with no windows in 90-degree weather. It was horrible. God. Yeah. I don't think it rained once that summer. It was rough.
I had a buddy who his it stopped working. I don't know if it was off the track or something like that, so it wouldn't roll up and down anymore. So he had to like grab it with his hands and then like push it. Yeah, push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up. It's like, hey man, don't make sure like when he sat down, he had to give the warning, hey, don't touch the window, because if you touch the window, it'd fall down, and now he has to go back and push it up, push it up.
The worst part is if you get on a little bit of a bumpy road, it starts coming down by itself. Oh crap, put it back up, put it back up.
You're on the freeway. Oh shit.
Or you're driving and you have to put your hand down so it holds up.
Hold it up.
Yep.
That is one of the benefits of having long arms. I have pretty long arms, so it's just like I'm able to reach up and put the window up. Or now it's like for the kids, it's like, hey, I need to get something for you. Like, all right, one of the benefits. All right, and I think we're gonna go and finish it off with one of the cool stories here. Share screen. All right. I don't know who tweeted this, but I guess this is from. Is this from Reddit? Is that where this?
Reddit. Yep.
All right. I think this is pretty funny. So I'll go and read it through. Live in a bad part of town. Work at a grocery store. Always give hobos the food the store wants to throw out. On cold days, I make a big jug of coffee and hand it out to them. No one ever asks me for cash because they know I'm broke. I'm known as a sandwich man because I usually make sandwiches for them. Last year, got mugged walking back home. 5 seconds after being confronted, I hear, "Hey, yo, get away from the sandwich man." 4 or 5 hummus guys run to me from half a block away, yelling at the mugger to get away from me despite him having a knife. He ran off after they came and they chased after him. Following, there was like 10 of them gathered around and he was pinned to the ground. One called the police and arrested the guy. One was told, "If anyone fucks with Sandwich Man, we got your back." What's MFW?
My feeling when?
My feeling when I basically have a street gang by giving away day old sandwich meat and bread I'm told to throw in the trash.
That's badass.
First of all, you think this is a true story?
I mean, it's plausible enough to be true. I'm not sure if it is. Either way, it's a good story.
It is a good story.
I can see it happening.
Is this guy work at Trader Joe's? Is that where he's working at? Or would it be in that neighborhood?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be in that neighborhood, I bet.
Because it has to have a deli, though.
Well, Whole Foods,
I don't
not
think
for
it was
sure, not
Trader
Whole Foods.
Joe's.
Yeah.
I mean, they're trying to gentrify by putting them in neighborhoods, but I don't think they make sandwiches at Trader Joe's.
Yeah. So what questions do you have? I have a question for this one of these. What questions do you have from this story so far?
I just want to know where it's at.
Where'd they get a phone?
That's what I wanted to know. That's exactly what I wanted to know.
Is that America is, so, we have it actually pretty good, that our poor and our homeless aren't like other poor and homeless in other parts of the world. Because it's like you might have a couple of cell phones, even if it's a flip phone or something, somehow to communicate. And then and even like poor, they usually have like 1 or 2 TVs. I remember as a kid, we had one, kind of cruddy, tube TV, and we were happy to have it. It's like, and now it's like you have a couple of flat screens. You have you have a PS3. It's not a PS4 or PS5, but it's a PS3,
Mm-hmm.
but you're technically poor. So I could completely see a homeless person living on the streets, but still has a cell phone.
I thought that was that's what I thought though, is like, where do they get the phone from? Like that's hilarious. Like I don't have a home, but hold on. Boop, 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 boop.
It might be a boost, like a calling card or something that they have. It may not be, an iPhone X, but it's at least something they can get a hold of 911 with.
Well, what I want to know too is, like, now that he kind of realizes he has a superpower, can he kind of call the gang now to do his bidding for him for something? It's like, hey, someone's sweating me. Hey, Sandwich, and that is such a gangster name too, right? Sandwich man. Like, hey, Sandwich Man said we need to go hit up da 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 da. Like,
with
let's
great
go.
power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
And the other part about it is what I was thinking. It's like, okay, but now if he's got to leave the store, he's got to think about that. It's like, who's going to take care of the homeless guys now? Who's going to make the sandwiches now?
They could turn on him.
Does he pass that on to somebody? It's kind of like
really sad.
Yeah. He's got to train somebody else.
He's got to,
you know what? Yeah, now you have to make the sandwiches.
Yeah,
and if you don't, yeah,
I'm gonna have some problems.
Yeah,
that's great power from a sandwich. It's kind of like it was a Fight Club where it was like all the waiters and the servers and the dishwashers and everybody kind of band together. The Sandwich Man got the homeless people on him.
Yeah,
it's a power move. Sandwich Man. Would you want to be a gang leader?
No.
No,
there's too much, that goes along with that. It's like it'd be cool at first, but then it's like, oh, someone's coming after my spot now. or
the danger.
you always have to be looking over your back.
I was thinking about it because I went for a walk this morning, and Priuses are really quiet. Like you have to like usually, if you're crossing the street, usually you can hear the sound of like the car coming. So you're like, oh, cool, I know to be on the lookout. But Priuses are extra quiet. So like if there was ever to be, like, I'm surprised that gang members haven't like adopted Priuses as the preferred vehicle
or like even an electric vehicle or something, right?
for drive-bys, because it's just like quiet, roll down the window. Hey, what's up, cuz? Pop, 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 pop. You don't even hear it. It's like a little ghost. It's like the perfect.
I think if you're driving a Prius, your street cred is non-existent.
No, but the thing is, who's looking for the Prius for a drive-by?
That is true. Element of surprise.
No one's no one's looking out for the Prius. Hey man, the Prius is. Hey, go get the Gat. The Prius is down here.
But then pretty soon be like, oh no, a Prius, Everyone hits the deck.
Yeah, you get a white Prius, nondescript.
Then it's like an alpha male car.
You could put a tolerance sticker on it. Yeah. No
coexist.
Yeah, coexist. That's what
be nice. Be nice, and then it's like, there you go.
Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie.
Whatever.
Feel the burn. Like, oh, you about to feel the burn because of the steel. It's perfect. No one would be looking for it. It's quiet, and then and then if the police ever drive by, you just roll down the window, you turn up the NPR, right? It's like, oh, he's just.
No. Here's the thing: you just merge back into traffic, and it's like, oh, he was in a Prius. Yeah, which one?
Yeah, depending on where you're at.
They're everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect vehicle.
Yeah.
All right, folks. I think this is all we got for today. Abe Lopez, author. Take Heart Monica at Take Heart Monica, and I'm at Real Joe Lopez. This has been the Read Your Keys, Read Your Tweets edition. Hope you guys like it. We had fun, so that's all that matters to me. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.